John Clancy, who was killed right after I was wounded, and one of my close friends. He and I Schubert told us where we were going to dig our foxholes, so we dug it. And I remember sitting up there, and there was a wall coming toward it of big stones out here. And about midnight, we had 2 hours on, 2 off. You know, if 2 of you were in the same foxhole, somebody had to be away. And we had 360-degree. Our platoon was all around this low hill, looking in every direction, not really knowing exactly where the Germans were. I didn't, at least. And so, but anyway, that night, I was on the south side, and Clancy and I was. And I was sleeping, and Clancy was on, he was awake. He shook me and he says, I hear something out there. And so I listened real close. Sure enough, I could barely hear something out there. And it kept coming closer to us. And finally, Clancy, he was a little Irishman from Boston. He said, he says, take this and throw it. And he'd already taken a hand grenade and pulled the pin out of it and handed it to me. And of course, I grasped it. The handle was still on it, you know. But before I did that, I kind of got up out of the foxhole, and I wanted to listen a little bit more, and kind of move a little towards where that noise is coming from, but it was getting a little bit louder. And he says, throw that thing, throw it. That hand grenade he'd hand me. And just about the time I was going to throw it, here came this meow, and this cow. It was a cow. They were just kind of angling, just slowly coming on that cobblestone, you know, that was down there. And I thought, and I put the pin. I said, Clancy, let me have the pin. And I put it back in there and handed it to him. And I went back in the foxhole and went to sleep, because it was Clancy's time to be awake, you know. But I often thought I would have never lived that down had I thrown that and killed a cow and got everybody up. And I thank the good Lord, every time I thought about it, that I didn't throw that thing. I had it ready to throw it. I knew something was out there, but they would still be laughing at me at reunions today if I had thrown that and a dead cow was laying out there in front of us. I didn't say a word to Clancy. I just took the pin and put it in there, and I think he knew I was kind of ticked off, to say the least. And I just slid over in a foxhole and thankful, man. But I thought then, man, I would have been the laughing joke.